Hello?
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Nice. Oh, you're like fundraising for charity?
Am I?
Working in a soup kitchen?
Am I?
I don't know. You say you're doing good.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
You mean well?
helping out the homeless.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
I actually have a new link for you
oh shit, okay. Alright.
because I snuck into a Slurpee map last night for 2 hours,
Oh.
which was not intended at all, but I got about 2.5 levels.
You found an Adele who had, whose bot ran out?
Yeah, apparently
Hmm.
channel 3 was just empty, so
Damn. A low,
you know.
low number channel, too.
uh,
So now you're way stronger.
well,
I mean, not to
relatively.
brag, but
Yeah. I'm kind of a big deal.
yeah, kind of a big deal. Okay, you get the Adele going. Alright. Well, yeah, I meant one of the other Adeles, of course. Not that you would ever do that. Okay. What are we looking at? So you're completely given up on the whatever other thing you were gonna main and just full Adeling now?
Yeah, Pathfinder and Buccaneer just weren't working out for me.
Mm-hmm.
Pathfinder was fine, but Buccaneer was just not what I expected.
Mm-hmm.
Once I
Mm-hmm.
got to 200,
You're
like
like,
I feel like I'd always romanticize the class because I really liked the whole transform idea, but
yeah, it's not so much a
it's
transform class anymore, right?
yeah, it's
It's
not
more
the same
energy.
anymore.
Mm. It's basically a gauge class, right?
Yeah, Lord of the Deep just didn't feel as good to use as I thought it was going to be as well.
I mean, it was insane when it came out, but they've nerfed it twice since, and that definitely
Yeah,
made it less great.
like the 200 energy cost when you're not charging is pretty
Oof.
steep.
Yeah, and the way that it works versus bosses versus mobbing and everything, it's insane. Okay,
What are you gonna do though?
so what level are you now?
213.
Nice. Okay. Adele, you're playing full time now, right?
Yes.
Super. Okay. Okay, I gotta close these other guys. No, whatever. You're doing one PC setup,
Yes.
and that's gonna stay that way.
Yeah, I don't have any intention of. I already hate leveling my Legion. I'm not gonna level a second Kana
No. Okay.
to whatever I'm gonna be at. That's just not in the cards.
Okay. I mean, with Terrorburn, it's very fast though, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but like then I'd have to get it past 220, which
Mm-hmm.
if you look at my Legion, isn't my strong suit.
Do you like falter at like 218? Is that like where you trip? Oh yeah,
Eh, like
214, 213.
208.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I see, I see. Okay. Are you like saving up for the DMT?
I have a lot of money, so
Oh, okay, okay.
this is a pretty old reboot account. So I have the original 140 Bye Bye Suicide Kana Farmer.
Uh huh.
I have quite a bit of money because I'm like I wanted to be in a state where I never had to farm for money again.
Mm-hmm.
So I farmed about 300 bill on that Kana dunk space.
Dunk space.
Yeah,
A long time ago.
yeah, a long time ago. So it's just I mean, at this point I'm down to like 90 mil, but
Oh, you already spent a
I
bunch.
mean 90 bills, excuse me, but yeah, because I put a lot of money into my DA and my Dawn Warrior.
To your Dawn Warrior. Oh, into your Pathfinder.
No, my DA, my Demon Slayer and my Dawn Warrior. Sorry.
Oh, Demon Slayer as well. Okay. Oh yeah, of course. That's the one we do the PQs with sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And some hard hillas sometimes.
So like most of my stuff is 22 star on my Demon Slayer.
Damn.
Bot account.
Well, that's what it's gonna sound like.
Yeah. I mean, you can check me out, see if you've seen my Kana hacking somewhere. I guess.
140. I think I saw it in Asphera yesterday. Honestly.
Did my 140 Kana in this fair
Yeah.
yesterday?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. From Trump Bucks. Let's see. Okay. So where do we start? Well, let's go by this list, I guess. Let's just keep this clean. So with the when it comes to the stuff, to the things on the progression checklist, these things here, do you feel like I have a good grasp on these things?
Flamescore, yes. Transfer Hammer, yes. IED, like I'm a little iffy on. Like I get functional versus visual,
Mm-hmm.
because like there's just some ID that doesn't appear. I just haven't put it all into a calculator.
Okay. Yes, that I mean, rightfully so. That's something that you probably only start really worrying about, like when you're trying to solo CRA and stuff. Which I guess you could be getting kind of close to. I mean, Adele's pretty.
I can hit Vellum on my Adele and my Pathfinder.
You can hit it, yeah, but
Yeah.
like how hard is the main question, right?
Yeah, that I don't know what my functional ID
Okay.
is at, right?
Okay. Well, so that might be, but you know how to get to it. You know how ID works in general and what you're looking for.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just need to start building up the links and get my Legion opened up.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think the one answer right now is Beast Tamer, because if I can get 3K by getting my Beast Tamer up, then I should be able to fix some of the ID problem I'm having right now. Because Beast Tamer Link is like 7%, right?
It's crit rate and boss damage. It's not ID.
Oh. Isn't the character card ID though?
The character card is, yeah, but that stays a
Yeah.
relatively small amount. But that does give some ID, yeah. Most of the ID is just coming from the Lumi link.
Okay. Yeah, Lumen is 60, I think. Or 80, I can't remember. It's one of my lower classes, I know that.
Lumi 81 says here.
81, yeah. Tried to train that the other day.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't go over well.
It's faster, but I'd still call it clunky, honestly.
Yeah, third job is not my favorite job in the world to train Luminos on.
I just used that giant beam. Just kind of like rotated it around the map, aiming at dragons. That's at drakes. That's basically what I did.
Did you go to Drake's until like 100 then, or? I've tried moving around to like the standard maps, like White Fangs and
yeah,
shit like that, but
trading anything now is probably pretty hectic. Lots of burns, Terror burns, Mega burns, Adele's. Although I guess a lot of the Adele's have fled those lower level areas for now.
I mean, I want to know. I've been really focused on my Adele as of late.
Okay. Yeah, but in general, like Legion progress is really good. So if you can make a little bit of Legion progress steadily to make sure that you keep moving forward, that's always it's always good. Just to keep adding characters as like as long as you're not at 40 characters yet, it's just easy gains. Especially when you get to 3K, you should be close to 3K, right? Yeah.
I'm like 75 levels off.
Yeah. That basically means that you get an extra space in your grid and you get to put 5 more characters in, so that's a huge increase. And then you can redo all your pieces.
Because right now it's like it's set up, quote unquote, for Adele. It's mostly set up for Pathfinder because I was reaching 100% crit on my Pathfinder.
Mm-hmm.
Like the pieces are in place for Pathfinder, but the nodes are set up for Adele, and it's a mess.
Mm-hmm. Well, even if they're set up for Pathfinder, they're more set up for Pathfinder training, right? Not really for bossing.
Yeah.
So typically the setup you're gonna aim for is like the line across between crit damage and crit rate. And then move down for boss damage on the right side and move up for crit damage on the left side.
And I'm gonna want like level 200 archers for that, right?
Yeah, or level 140 mages and 140 archers work as well. Those are all long pieces.
Okay.
So you can like string those. You can lay like a railroad from one to the other with those, and use that to build your stuff around. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. So 3K, you'll have more space and way more characters to put in, so that should give you the liberty to move around how you want to.
And you unlock one more space out every K past 3, right? So at 4 you unlock another one, 5 you unlock another one, then 6 is the last one, right?
One extra hex, yeah, around
Yeah.
the center, yeah.
Okay.
And then every 500 levels is just one extra character, unless it's the level after an upgrade that can be divided by 2,500. So like 2.5 to 3, and then 5 to 5.5, and then 7.5 to 8. That's when you get 5 extra characters instead of 1. So that's why those numbers are like also very important, because then you get a huge boost. Way more characters in, way more Legion raid power, way more coin farming, and
Okay.
way more ability to cover the map, of course.
Okay.
Okay, but like slow and steady progress there, that's good. And you know the general rate that you're getting them because of the command, right?
Yep.
Okay, and you have 5 boost nodes for now?
Yep. 3 are active when I train.
Okay,
Because I use Ruin and Infinity Sword a lot.
Because from what I heard, you'll eventually need to condense it into 4.
Yeah. Right now I'm just trying to boost cleave as much as possible.
Yeah, just make your main attack OP. So most of your skills are in 3 or 4, even. Yeah, it's like cleave is in 4, and then the others are in 3.
I think that cleave, the cleave node I have, is a perfect trio. Because it's got forge and creation, but
yeah, that's the one. That's the one that makes sense to me. Yeah. And then rain. Yeah, the other ones are a little bit of mix up. Oh, you have one with impale on it as well. I don't think you level impale, and that one's already level. Wait, 5. Level 9. Yeah, probably wouldn't level that one too much, or like not at all, because you're eventually gonna extract that one. Because you want like you want 4 boost nodes. Like if you have a cleave, a rain, an ether bloom, and an ether forge, like that would be fine. Those 4.
Okay.
But then you'll have to think about like redistributing the skills between them, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Because you'll want, I think, magic dispatch on. Yeah, you'll want to switch out like one. What is it? One cleave and one hunting decree for 2 magic dispatches, and then you'll be set with those 4.
Okay.
But yeah, try to aim for those main skills so that you can maximize on. Then you could just use these as boost nodes for the other ones, and that way you don't have to you only have to like disassemble one of them, and only the impale one, and not all the other ones. You should just keep the experience going. All right.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yep. Okay. Good. Yeah, and then alongside that, I guess eventually you want to get the. Do you use that? Oh god, what is this skill called? The giant fucking sword that like explodes and does way too much damage.
Yeah, that skill is just up way too often to not use, in my opinion.
Like
a
for
60-second
mobbing,
cooldown-
is it too much or?
No, because like it does the hits, and then like the big burst it does afterwards usually comes after the mobs respawn anyway.
Oh yeah, because it's like okay, it's like delayed. Because I would almost think like, would it be better to just have your attack speed up all the time and just be able to attack faster and move through the map faster while killing, versus one giant skill? Like it does a lot and it does kill, but your regular skills already do that as well, right?
Yeah, I mean I'm not one-shotting with cleave yet though, even though it's at like plus 22.
Okay. Wait, so if you equip this cleave and that one, then you're at, what is it, 34% damage? Right?
Let me check. You're talking about the cleave, the impale, and the aether forge, right?
Oh yeah, this one's higher, yeah. So if you have these three, you have 22, 18, and 12, so like 52% final damage?
Yes, because I'm at 26.
Yeah. It's already pretty good. It's coming along nice.
Yeah, so far.
Okay.
Would like some more decent holy symbol nodes, but what
Yeah.
are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Just open more nodes, forehead?
Trained for 2 hours yesterday, got like 17.
Oof. And that's with
Which
a 20% drop rate in her ability as well.
Yeah, and a greed pendant.
Well, it's already 1.7 mil range. I feel like the range on this character is so high.
It's ridiculous, to be honest.
Mine is like 600k, and I don't think I've done anything with it really. Like, I have like one line of attack on my emblem, and a unique one line attack on my secondary, and that's it.
Let's say my emblem and my secondary are pretty good.
Oh, you don't even have like a weapon attack on your weapon even.
Yeah.
There could be so much more too. Fuck Magnus? Oh, what did Magnus do to you? Still no badge?
If you look at the badge, that's why that's there.
Nice. I mean, you gotta kill
I've done
it.
Magnus every single day, including hard Magnus, and I still don't have a badge.
Unlucky. Very unluck. Okay, so you're gonna full buy out all the cubes.
Yes.
And then we're probably aiming for some gains on the 12th for star forcing.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get my permanent CRA set either tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I'm at 9 days right now.
Oh, okay, nice, nice.
I know I won't get the weapon, but I'll at least get like the hat.
Yeah, you won't get the weapon. Yeah. Weapon is too many pieces.
Yeah.
Alright, at this point you could also get the... I don't know if you... Did you get the Absolab weapon or something already?
I'm at 78 out of 80, so...
Oh, yeah.
I'm probably gonna get the Epsilon weapon on my Adele, but I don't know. Maybe I want to get it on like a Phantom or something if I need more crit rate, because I know Adele's base crit rate's pretty terrible.
What did you do for inner ability?
I think somebody said like reset,
Yeah, chance to skip cooldown.
which I don't understand. I don't know what skill that's for.
It's like for all of them, basically. Because it's not only the cooldown to use the skill, but also the cooldown for something to trigger, basically. That the internal cooldowns also reset with that, if it chances, so... Yeah, you want cooldown, skip, crit rate, attack. Yeah, that seems like what I thought. Wait, I think I messaged the guy to add that. Never mind. I forgot about that part. Okay. Yes. Okay. Transposing. That all makes sense?
A little. I've never done it before, but I get the concept.
Yeah, well,
Like,
the thing is that it costs the narrows, so you have to have a bank of the narrows to keep trying.
I've been doing CPQ voyages, but that's mostly for the tattoos and the monocle.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you just try to save up a bank of the narrows, and then eventually, you know, and then maybe even Dominator Pendant into Sweetwater Pendant.
Yeah, if Ark ever wants to fucking drop one.
I got one yesterday on my Cannoneer, finally.
I'm sure you got one yesterday. I didn't.
Where's your badge, though? Like, you gotta...
Alright.
So... Let's see, You're doing that, yeah, so in general, you know when to transpose and why and how and stuff?
Yeah, once you get a good flame score on a 150 item, you transpose it into a Sweetwater accessory.
And it's 16 stars, Star Force?
And it's above 15 stars,
yep.
So that you keep the extra stars.
Extra, yeah. Basically get an above average item then.
I think I'm pretty far out from transposing on my Adele.
Probably, but it'll depend on how hard you go, right? If you keep leveling, you get all your boost notes set, and then all of the gear moves up with. You get your permanent CRA. You can start dumping into that.
That'd be the day.
Well, you have some. Oh no, this is all still the timed CRA. Okay, I didn't see the timer. But it makes sense because I don't think can any Adele already have permanent CRA? It's only the
Nope,
9th day, right?
the highest you can be is 9 right now.
Yeah. So I'm at like 3, I think, with my Adele. Taking it super serially. Okay. Alright. And then V Matrix, we went over that. So you're pretty much on set with that. But yeah, so one of the things that you do want with the V Matrix, the reason we want to condense those skills as much as possible to as few nodes as possible, as quickly as possible, is to keep the extra space open for extra decent skills, right? Decent sharp eyes, decent speed infusion will be helping you a lot.
Yep. I mean, once I roll sharp eyes on my gloves, 2 lines of crit damage, but well, then I move to Las Vegas and start my life there.
Did you apply some of your hyperstep points already?
No, I don't know what to put them in. So I was kind of leaving them open so we could put them in today because I have all 220 of those points right here.
Yeah. Well, one of the things you already mentioned is that your critical rate is pretty bad, right?
Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to get to 100%. But
well, so
you get 1.
Yeah, but also you get what, plus 15, right? If you max it.
Yeah.
So that gets you to 79, and then decent sharp eyes could get you to 89. That's already pretty close. So the thing is, it's not like it's either 100% or nothing. It's not like if you don't get to 100, it's not worth it. Because just if your critical rate is higher, which means you have more chances of hitting crits, which means your critical damage will apply more times. So your average damage goes up, which means that you will be more reliably able to one-shot things, basically.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
So you probably want to just get your crit rate to rank 10 probably for this class. And then how much does that leave you with?
It puts me at 79, so it's not exactly 1% per input.
It's 1% up to level 5, and then it's 2% per... No. Yeah. And then it's 2% per level.
So I'm at 15% crit rate at level 10.
Yep.
So 79%.
How many hyperstep points do you have left now?
70.
70. Okay, so it's 150 to go up to go. Do you have any in arcane power? Do you need any in arcane power?
If 6 in arcane power, just because back when I was trying to reach Choo-Choo, the mobs were really difficult.
Yeah.
But I don't think... So I take 30 away from my arcane power right now. I'm at 210. So I should still be able to do H-Mudo at a reasonable rate with a party at 210.
Yeah, I think as long as you have 200 for Hardmudo, I think you deal normal damage, right?
Yeah.
But at 300, you deal the bonus damage, so that would be nice too. Then you can kill them even faster. I mean, not that you kind of need that on Adele, I guess. You just burst through things anyway.
So I could probably, because Slurpee is 160. No, it's 100, right? So
100, so 150. Yeah.
You're doing bonus. And even if I had to go back to like Skywell Mountain, I'd still be 150% damage. So I guess I could take these 6 points out. Because I get replaced by the Lackland Orb anyway when I finish the pre-quest.
6 lines is 1, 2, 4, 8, 10, 15. 2, 8, 10, 25, 40 points. With your... How far do you get into crit damage now if you dump them in there? 16.
With the 70 points I have right now?
Yeah, you get to level 7, I think. With 10 points left? If I'm doing the math correctly. I'm trying to...
Yes, level 7 with 10 points left.
Okay. Well, so one of the things that would be great and that would relieve a lot of pressure off your character is if you use circulators and you try to get that 20% crit rate on second or third line. Like, that would be really... That would take a lot of pressure off of needing to get that 100 crit.
Okay.
And then the other crit you can get through which characters are in your legion, right? If you check the legion, the link Lynx link with the. So it's probably going to be like Night Lords and Marksmen. I don't know if you have those already.
I don't have any adventures, I'll be honest.
Yeah, so those two, even at 140, is going to give you 3% crit each. So that's already 6 there. So once you have all of those, that crit rate coming from those guys, then you won't even have to rely on the Phantom Link anymore. And then you can move that with a... Switch that out for a damage link instead. Or like, a mobbing link when you're mobbing, or a survivability link when you're bossing. With the links and everything, you know about like this, which ones stack and which ones are.
Yep.
single?
So like the resistance link stacks, and then like different classes link stack, like pirates stack with each other and stuff like that.
Yep, and only if they're different ones, right?
Yeah.
They'll always have to be different ones to stack with each other. So the main thing is that for your bossing, you want to create space for the resistance links, so that you can have that invulnerability. That's going to help you a lot with any kind of boss like CRA or up, basically. That you don't like respawn into death, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Respawn into Lotus laser beam killing you.
Yeah, or into a Seaval tail, or into if you're doing party Fun Bon, and Fun Bon does the jump up right when you land, and you just land into your death. Like that stuff can definitely happen. Or landing into a clown hat into a red guy smacking you. Like that stuff will just never happen if you have some resistance. You'll be able to jump away always, and you can stack it up to 4 characters, so up to 8 seconds.
Okay.
So those would be good to, if you're just trying to do like a little bit of Legion a day, like getting some start on those would be a good idea.
Yeah, Legion is definitely my weak point, and I don't like playing characters that aren't my main character. It's like either I want to main that character or I never want to touch it.
Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, you already have almost 3k, so you already have some ground covered, which means you have a decent amount of power coming from the Legion already, and a decent amount of links that will make every new character already stronger than they would be without it, so. That'll help you out, for sure. And then the more of those you have, the more you can optimize what kind of setup you want to do for your, whether you're mobbing or bossing with the Adele. It'll give you those fundamentals, give you that crit rate, that IED, that boss damage, those kind of things. And then you have more freedom to move your hyperstats around and where you put things in your Legion. And then if you combine that with getting your inner ability in check, then those fundamentals are done, and then you can just focus purely on your equips, basically.
Okay. So when you say that you recommend crit for the Legion, which character would you recommend first?
So a marksman, you probably want to use your Mega Burn on.
Okay.
You still
I have one.
Because you have that box, right? Yeah, that you can use after the 22nd, I think. Then the Night Lord is like kind of squishy, but is easy to play and just like, levels up fast enough for sure by itself. But those two give critical rate in the Legion, so those are definitely useful.
And what's the I know the Archer link skill is like...
Yeah, so you wouldn't need that one anymore.
Like
Yeah, it's a critical rate and chance to add monsters to the monster collection.
What's the Thief link?
It gives extra damage, but it only happens when you debuff a target. And then it triggers for a certain amount of time, and then has like 50% uptime, basically.
So I'm basically not going to get that until I shouldn't get that until I have like empirical knowledge, because I don't think I have a debuff on.
Exactly, yeah. It's pretty far into bossing when you start getting that, yeah. It's probably like at that point you want to have like weeded out all of the training wheel link skills, stuff like stacked Cygnus Blessing, Keen Edge, maybe Phantom Instinct, like those that help you a lot in the beginning, but that you eventually want to be able to roll out of and go for more damage-oriented link skills, like the Thief link skill, basically.
Okay.
Or if you're very bursty, terms of conditions, that kind of stuff. Which I assume Adele is, yeah.
I have terms and conditions too.
Yeah, I saw it, yeah.
I don't have it at level 3, but I do have it.
Yeah, so depending on where you are, that could be... those will come into play after a while. Oh yeah, because you get him some crit. Ooh, you only have a level 2 adventure. Excuse me, that's like 3%, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically
4%.
you just puzzle. Oh, 4. You just puzzle the crit rate together in the beginning. It's the main. It's one of the main puzzles. Trying to get that 100% crit. It's kind of counterintuitive because you're like, oh, there's a chance to crit, but basically every character just aims for 100% crit always. It's not really like a special critical hit anymore. It just becomes the norm.
So, if I were to level like a character today, just to get the Legion up there, would you recommend Beast Tamer or Night Lord?
You have a Beast Tamer at level
60.
60. Well, what I typically do is just get it to 100, and then do Zakum every day, and then don't do anything else except Zakum. It's the most experience you can get in a short amount of time. And then you also have to avoid like really getting into the character or feeling like you're kept away from your main character for extended periods of time. That's usually how I do it. And then I end up with like 12 characters that I just log into, do Zakum, and switch and switch and switch. And it ends up being a decent amount of time, but it's hyper efficient for each of the characters by themselves, because just killing Zakum and just getting out is like the most experience you can get in a small burst. But if you do that on a lot of characters, you're basically getting way better rates than you could be training, but you're just spreading it out over more days.
Yeah.
And that's
And
what I
I
would
know,
just do until you get to 140. You know, like the Hayato, like 2-3 more days. That one's done. The Arc, a few more days. Yeah.
I know. I've been using those coupons for the Moonlight Training Center and just leaving them on overnight. Like the Hayato was, I think, like 105 a couple days ago.
Oh yeah, if you have those, yeah.
It's been AFKing in the Moonlight Dojo, so
Yeah.
been trying to get links up steadily, but yeah, I just don't really have a whole lot of interest in playing. But
Oh yeah, as long as slowly but surely they keep moving forward, that's all you need. Unity charms. I mean, it's free experience, right? Might as well.
free, quote unquote, after spending $900 in 3 months.
Quote unquote. I mean, about to drop to gold, right?
Yeah, not anymore after yesterday's hair fiasco. But we don't talk about that.
Getting all the hair twice.
I don't want to talk about it.
Poor man's. Okay. Yes. Okay. I think that takes care of like all the peripheral stuff, and then we can get into the actual equips. But yeah, I think dumping that money, especially if you have some available, to try to get that critical rate line in your inner ability, that'll help you like take a lot of like weight off of needing certain things in place, and it'll give you more opportunity to move points around.
Okay.
It would go at the expense of the 20% drop rate, though. I don't know. But you seem to have, like, okay node income, right? They're all, like, decently leveled already.
I mean, if I want, I can just head on the Demon Slayer, and because my Demon Slayer has some ridiculous drop on it.
Oh, yeah, true.
Nice drop gear on it and farm nodes, but I try to do, like, everything on its own, like, isolated character, and then just benefit from the Legion.
I see. Yeah, however you want to do it, of course. Yeah. Maybe if there's, like, a double drop but not double experience event or something, then you could do that. It would make more sense, right? And if there's double experience but no drop, then you would do it on Adele. Yeah, whatever fits the whatever fits the need and the moment.
Yeah, I really should just get the Kana that's at 208 up, but I don't know. I fell out of love with Kana.
Oh, that Kana is not in the list. Oh no, there it is. Oh, here.
It is, yeah.
License. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was looking at it. This is like a don't dead open inside, you know, like.
Yeah.
I see. Oh, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Yeah. Aha. Now it's making more sense. I was like, it's such a huge gap from 210 to 140, but now it makes more sense. Yeah. Lonely Cannon Master at 151.
Cannon Master was fun, but I originally made that Cannon Master to be a Buccaneer, and then it is to burn the Buccaneer anyway.
Did you burn a jet but not finish it?
No. I trained that. I don't think so. I just trained that jet normally.
But it has frozen gear, though.
Maybe I burned a jet and didn't finish. I know that Ice Lightning Mage I burned, and I did not finish it because I did not have fun. Ice Lightning Mage was probably the worst experience I've ever had playing the Maple Story class. Besides, like, Ilium, which you don't see on there because it's level 1.
Is it lower than 60?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't even get the 60 on there?
No. I
See,
got my whole young to like 21, and I was like, fuck this, logged out of that.
21. Damn, that's like
Yeah.
when I tried to get my friend to play, and he got to level 13, and he was like, "No thanks."
There's like a whole graveyard of characters you don't see
Uh-huh.
on there that
I
I just
see.
said fuck that too.
I see. I see. Well, I guess if you have the whole list of things to do and you can start striking things off, usually it feels worse to add things on than it does to feel like you're taking things off. So it's
Yeah,
like you have the list and all of these things are to do, and then you can strike things off on your list, and they're like, boom, done. That one's gone. Next one. You know, that way you can. Sometimes that can motivate more. It's like when you're trying to train. The first 10% always feels way slower than the last 10%, right? Because the last 10% you're counting down, and
yep.
the first 10% you're starting from zero, and it's like, ugh, why is that big zero there? Like, like it's demotivating, right? That's why I never like to stop training when I level, but I like to keep going and push past the level so that the next time I start training, I don't start at 0.002 or something, but I start at like 8% or maybe at 9% or something. Then that feels better.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see how that can help.
Like it could be a mental thing, right? Sometimes you have to be like, okay, you can recognize that, okay, I don't like playing these characters, I hate these characters, so what are you going to do to make it so that you could be like, okay, just 20 more levels and then I can go do something that I really like, or just get to 100 and then we'll just do Zakum and I don't really have to play the class anymore. You know, you just roll your face on your keyboard every day, like once a day, get that free experience from Zakum, and then just like move on to the next thing, basically. Because I think that's the thing. Like once you get to 100, it's like home free, right? You just log in, Zakum, done. Like that's it.
Which I really need to do. I just gotta move all those characters to Zach Newman.
Yeah, move them all to 140, and then at 140. So you might have a lot of characters already in your legion that are like just under 140, and then once you get to 140, they all just gain one extra hex, and so they go from 2 to 3 spots, which is basically plus 50% coverage.
Mm-hmm.
So especially once you unlock 3k and you get 5 extra characters, if you could put 5 extra characters in that have 2 spots, it's plus 10, but if they all have 3, it's plus 15, right? So it's a huge difference. Because once you have, in the beginning, it's just every single character you have is just in there, so it doesn't really matter. But then as you make more characters, you want to have the characters that you put in there to be decently high rank. So you want to get them all to S rank.
And then it's 60 Star Force breakthrough, right?
Yeah, 60, 120. Yeah, so 60 is probably very easy on the lower level lower level characters, and then 120 is mainly when you already work on the accessories a little bit as well. You get like some horntail accessories. You get the Zakum eye and the face, like maybe an earring somewhere, and the the Krubrock's belt and shoulder can get to 5 each, I think, and
Yep.
then 120 is like reasonable, basically. Okay. That all makes sense?
Yep.
You feel energized and hopeful?
I'm probably gonna work on like a Night Lord or a Beast Tamer after this, just to
Yep.
and maybe
Seems.
do some rerolling. But I don't want to spend too much money before the
Yeah.
fourth.
Yeah, no, you definitely want to save your money for this duder, because I mean it'll be efficiently used for sure, because this class is so strong. Okay, so if you do go for the fake Absolab here, which I think is an okay choice, because you're mainly pushing for 140 on your Legion anyway, not really pushing for 200s or 210s.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna stop at 6K. I'll be honest.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, it's already something that you clearly don't really like, so so it makes sense.
Getting Evan to 120.
It's a dream, dude. It's a dream. I mean, just play the Ilium for like 5 minutes, and then go to the Evan, and then the Evan will
That's
feel really
true.
good.
Just switch off between those and
Yeah,
suffer for like a
just
month.
the contrast will just be like, oh, Evan feels shit. Just go back to the Lumi for a little, the Ilium for a little bit, or try to teleport on the Lumi, and then the Evan teleport will feel super great. Yeah, sometimes the contrast can give you motivation too. Whatever you need. Okay, so I mean I would assume you get the Fixolab on this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would make sense. And then you can focus for Absolab on all the other stuff first, and then just circle back to the weapon once you have everything else. Weapon is the most expensive thing anyway. And then by that time you will have gotten a real weapon, and then you can use the real weapon to transfer hammer into the real Abzo after that, hopefully when there's a 5, 10, 15. So you can min-max on that. I would mainly throw your money at boss flame-worthy accessories that can get Mesoptane and drop rate, so that you could just make more money while you're training.
Okay.
So you can have those set so that whenever you're training, you're just earning money back all the time. So that once you go far and you're trying to go for like 22 star or whatever, that you have the money to throw at that. Because if you do, some CRA stuff, some Iron Face, if you get the Sweetwater stuff going, if you get the Absalab stuff going, that money is going to disappear real quick. You already did that with the DS, right? Like that.
Yep.
Yeah, that could eat like a lot of money. So making sure that you keep replenishing that bank, because you're not doing the kind of farming that much anymore now. You gotta have like a passive income besides like just like Ursus and Maple Tour. Like you gotta have passive income while you're training as well. You do have access to those characters being able to do some bosses, so you get some money back from the crystals every week.
Yep.
But on top of that, just like the passive income of training and it not going at the expense of being able to kill monsters, like that's where a lot of the money is that people tend to overlook. So probably want to go. We got 12% strength on the Horntail necklace. So I would go for items that can have boss flames as much as possible, or flame advantage, whatever you may call it, plus drop rate or Mesoptane for now, and then focus on building the materials and the drops that you need for the items after that, and go purely for damage on those.
Okay.
So
like, I have a primal essence for the Meister ring.
You have one?
Yeah, one.
It's kind of risque. I mean, so things like the Meister ring can definitely come into play, but you definitely want some backups for Meister to make that worth. Okay. I mean, you could try to go for 22, right? If that's your eventual goal anyway, and then if you boom it, it's whatever, and then you just hold onto your trace until you can make another one. But the thing with Meister is, once you're at Meister, it starts decaying again, and you have to keep making stuff to keep up your Meister rank the whole time. So it's probably better to just wait until you have a few primals, so that you can make a bunch of them. Ideally with like a no boom event, but that doesn't seem to be coming anytime soon.
Yeah. Because I don't think there's one in Awake, is there?
No, the KMS hasn't had one in since our last one. They haven't had one either, so it's probably at least a year away, probably. Maybe like around their anniversary again. So yeah, that's gonna be like a year and a half away. So yeah, maybe this winter, fingers crossed. But yeah, well, their winter, so our summer. So yeah, a year away. Yeah, so. We can go piece by piece. So weapon, so you'll get the fake slap, right? The secondaries just keep for now. Emblems keep for now. What's your IED doing? 65.
65 visual, yeah. But that goes up by 15 when I'm in combat, thanks to resonance.
There's some. Is that the stacks with the crystal that you dive through?
Yeah.
So it goes up to 80%, or?
I don't know if it go. Let me check.
Is it a 15% line, or is it 15% visual going up?
That's what I gotta check, because I don't know.
Because I think it's 5% per stack up to 3 stacks, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So it would be.
It's final damage, which is not necessary, but whatever.
but welcome. Yeah. So it does get 15% line, 15 of 35, 3. 5, 4 and
it goes up to 71 visual.
4.5, 5. Yeah, 71. Yeah. Okay. So that does mean that you can definitely. Okay, then we definitely want to redo the hyperstats because your IED there is also not maxed. I remember a bigger chunk of higher amounts are better. All right. What do we need? We need Lumi. We need Lumi to 120. That's important.
Okay.
We need all 3 of the Explorer mages at 120.
Or 140, basically, because there's no point in stopping at 120.
Yeah, so eventually, like, has Zakum them up to 140. But initially just 120 to unlock those links. And then... Yeah, probably need to redo the hypers a bit. Probably get you at like rank... Can we do... You're 211. Can we do, like, rank...
213.
Oh, 213, sorry. Can we do... Oh, yeah, you got those extra 2 levels. I was somehow discounting those two. I think we could do, like... Quick brain math says, like, crit rate at 9, crit damage at 6, ignore defense at 9, damage at 9, and boss at, like, 6. Can we do something like that? 9, 6, 9, 6, 9, 6, 9, 6, 9, 9, 6, something like that. I like my 9s
So
and my 6s.
You said crit rate at 9.
Well, get them all to like all to 5 first, and then work from there. Like get them all to 6, and then work from there, basically.
And then take the 6 points out of arcane power.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you want to be bossing, you want to be doing CRA and stuff, your ID needs to be higher, because that's going to hurt like a lot. You have crazy range, sure, but none of your range is going to go through with this low of ID.
Okay. Everything's at 6. You said crit rate to 9. Which puts me at 77.
So crit rate is 9 and everything else is 6?
Yep.
Okay, and then level your damage and your ignore defense 1 at a time each.
To 9?
Yeah, can you do that to 9 each?
Yes.
And then you're low on points, right?
There's 35 points left.
35, okay. So if you wanted to level something from 9 to 10, that would be... Is that 35 or is that 30?
It's 35.
Oh, that's exactly 35. Okay, so you probably want to do that to your ID here. I think that's probably best. It's all kind of close, so I'm just kind of like guesstimating.
Okay.
But if you get those, because there's a little bit of crit rate that it didn't incorporate before. If you get the crit rate in your inner ability and you do get the marksman and the night lord in, that should get you up to 100. Especially if you get the beast tamer leveled up a bit as well. That link gives you boss damage and crit rate, and then you remove what you have in the archer link skill right now. I think that'll get you up to 100. So you have 9, 6, 10, 9, 6, right?
9, 6, 10, 9, 6. Yes.
Wow, I did that in my head, and I was only off by like... I knew you would have something left, but I didn't know if it was like exactly enough to go from 9 to 10, or if I had to do something lower. It's crazy how... Okay, sorry, I'm jerking myself off here. Okay. Live on stream. Okay. Okay, good. That makes more sense. All right. Because I'm basically looking for like how can we optimize what you already have, like optimally play around what you already have, so you don't have to start re-rolling things that already have 2 lines of attack, right? You don't want to... If you can avoid having to re-roll that and just focus on other stuff instead, like that's better here. Okay, so the accessory set you're going to be looking for... You do want to get the ID 7 set bonus. Right now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... You have the 7 set now without the badge, right?
Yes.
So with the badge that would be 8. That means you can let 1 item go.
Which is probably the shoulder for the Hayato shoulder.
Yes. That makes sense.
Not what I want to hear, because Princess No isn't my favorite boss in the game, but...
Well, it's just a prequest, yeah.
Yeah, it's not, they're not awful. It's not old Golics.
Exactly. And then you can get the ring there as well.
Yeah.
And
Which I need for the 4th anyway.
Yeah. So you'll need that ring, this ring, and then go for 2 event rings. Right? Master, SS, and Synergy.
Yep.
And there'll be your 4 deuters. Get the medal, then you have 7 set. For pendants, it's probably... although this one already has 25 strength, it's not horrible, and it's got 12% strength. Well, I would probably go for like a Mechanator pendant.
I have a lot of Mechanators.
Okay, cool.
I had until I sold them all yesterday, apparently.
Oh.
Wow, that sucks.
You could also...
I had a couple waiting in the wings to take over.
Do they have good flames, or...?
They were okay. None of them were like...
Like,
Wow, I
a-
need to
a-
keep this,
oh
but
yeah, anything like 50, 50, 60 flame
I
score
don't even
ish.
think that, to
Okay.
be honest.
If they're low, you can fuse them to see if you get a nice reroll.
Yeah, I've just been trying to stockpile my flowers to level alchemy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like I put probably invest into one Mechanator to try to get drop rate or Mezzotine on there. And then the second pendant, I would just take the Greed pendant. And then the Zakum Iron Phase and the, what is it, Deacitus Earrings. Although Deacitus Earrings don't really have a great flame. I think flame-wise, you could probably upgrade quite a bit. But we'll look at that in a bit. Now we're looking at the item sets. Okay, so we're looking at Silver Blossom, Kana Treasure, Synergy, Master SS. Do you have Synergy rings on other characters already?
No.
Okay, probably just try to farm some coins on the characters that are already the strongest. So probably Pathfinder, Dawn Warrior, Demon Slayer, and then your Kana. That'll be just
I
the
don't,
easiest.
because I think my Dawn Warrior and Demon Slayer both have superior enemy enforce, so I'm probably gonna do it on my Pathfinder Buccaneer arc.
Yeah, you could do it on those. Synergies are rings that come by every now and then, though. So, like it depends on how much time you have available, right, and what you feel like doing. Yeah,
Yeah, I
do
mean,
whatever.
like the Synergy ring is like what, 800 coins?
Yeah, it's pretty cheap. It's probably like capping for 2 days, maybe 3, and then it's done. Yeah.
Yeah, so that shouldn't be too bad, even if it's on like a lower level character. And Arc is
Yep.
one of the characters that I think is pretty fun. So
Okay, that's
it
good.
just fell to the wayside, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can't play everything, sadly.
Yeah.
I have like a lot of characters when I see other people play it, I'm like, oh, that looks so much fun, but like I can't main 14 characters. Like you gotta.
Yeah, I have main character artists to be fair. Like, every time I come back, I feel like I'm maining something different. But
You gotta. I mean, yeah, as long as you go back to them every now and then, you do some bosses. Maybe a fourth, fifth job skill comes around and like, oh, one class becomes way more fun suddenly. And then, I mean, you might just want to switch for a little bit. Whatever tickles your pickle, right?
yeah,
Okay, so that's the rings and then pendants, a Mechanator and a greed. And then I'm trying to like visualize it. Hang on, I can just open this up. And then your weapon, probably the Fixolab. Belt is a pink bean belt, right?
yep.
Do you have a pink holy cup already, or did that not drop yet?
I do have a cup.
Ah,
I
nice.
just don't have the 30 charm.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I guess Succum Daily and Horntail Daily will give you a lot of charm from that.
Yeah.
Wear the hats,
And
wear the
then
pendants.
the Root Abyss bosses as well.
Yeah, if you can buy the item there, yeah. Are you doing monster collection?
I've never really opened that tab, I'll be honest.
Okay, so that's where trait items come from as well. How many do you have collected? If you check the exploration tab, do you have anything available there?
Exploration. I do, I have 3.
And do you have any sets on? You have 3 sets on the left side.
Yeah, I've
So-
got the Urtus set.
So I've just picked the one that has the highest amount of hours needed, and just start those, and then basically in that much time you can pick up the rewards, and they'll just give you reward points and some trade boost items. And sometimes there's like a cube, epot, stuff like that. There can also be trade boost potion in there, very rarely, and that just can give you a lot of trade points. So this is something that just actively goes on in the background. But it can
Is
also
this something to like actually work towards? Or is it something that you were just
kind of. In the past, it was just kind of like a little bit min-maxy to get some stuff. But now it's actually more valuable because, well, yes and no. It would be more valuable if if we didn't get so many reward points from Maple Relay already. But without that, this is like a really good way to get like a passive income of reward points without having to like go out of your way. And then that will help you to buy out the totem, so that will be very beneficial. But right now you get so many points from Maple Relay that it's not as important right now. But it's like a passive income of trade boost potions basically now.
reward points really aren't an issue with me either, embarrassingly.
Oh, you're not doing well with them, or?
I mean, I get a lot of reward points,
Yeah,
unfortunately, because I spend a lot of money on this game.
Oh, right. You get it from buying stuff with NX, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, you're not doing it for the raw points, but just for the trade boost potions. I think every 24-hour one you complete usually gives you like 8 boost potions. Mm. Like the big ones, right? Like ones that give you 30, not the ones that give you
Mm.
like 5 or something. Those
I only
ridiculous.
have like some 3-hour ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. As you, if you want to like look into that more, you can check !mark reward points in the chat that like talks about how to get reward points so you can buy out your totems, that kind of stuff. But it also links to some guides in the description that talk about how you can level up your monster collection faster, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And there's just some sets that have a decent amount of turnover that also aren't horribly hard to get. So basically, it goes into like which are the easiest to collect. Because well, for monster collection, basically, if you kill a monster, there's a chance you add them to the collection, and then if you if you complete the set, those are the sets that you can then explore later. And then the more difficult, quote unquote, the set is to complete. The longer it takes, but then the better the reward at the end, basically.
Okay.
We gotta see, and then we are at yeah. So then you'll have your very own hat, Zakum Iron Face. You'll have your very own CRA top and bottom. Your shoes. Where are your shoes right now? Oh, you have like
I think they're pencilier. Nope, they're necro.
Necro, legendary Necro, as you would, yeah, with 18%. With a
They had a pretty good flame, so
with an okay flame, yeah.
legendary.
Okay. Do you have any other Diacetus or Will-o'-the-Wisp earrings?
Yes, I have 2 Diacetus and 1 Will-o'-wisp.
Do any of them have better flames?
My Diacetus earrings are at 55 strength, 20 dex.
That's the best one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're gonna get one earring also to like legendary with drop rate or mesoobtain, so to keep going and to have the boss set active, this one is like only 11 stars and is only rare, so it's not like a huge divestment to like move away from this one. So and that will, you know, give you just 20 extra stat on top, so it's probably better to use that earring then and to commit into that earring.
Which one?
The one with 55 strength.
Even if it doesn't have potential?
Yeah, because I mean you can just get a potential scroll, right?
Yeah.
It's because it's 20 extra stat. I mean that's basically 4 levels worth of AP, right? 4 level ups. Okay, and then you go for the higher shoulder. You have your current gloves is fine. You're probably not fucking with the android, I think.
I'm getting Lania Roid.
You're getting Ladia? Okay. Then you'll have the heart. Your emblem is fine for now. Your badge is incoming soon. Are you working on the Monster Parker badge?
I am working on Monster Park.
Okay, good. And you have your secondary already, and then your cape is... Where's your cape right now?
It's a Tyrant Cape.
Oh, you have a Tyrant Cape. Okay. That Tyrant Cape, you can definitely get that tiered up. And because that's going to stick with you for a while to get ready to be Absolab, so you don't have to worry about like investing into this. I wouldn't Star Force it, but flame-wise and potential-wise, you can definitely invest into it.
Okay. Because I have a unique Pencilier Cape waiting to like be transferred to like a 150 cape. I don't... What are the 150 capes? I know there's...
Kyosaku and the Remru's one, yeah.
Okay. I don't know when I should try to attempt Chaos Deck Room, because I attempted the Helix the other day, and I got pretty far, but he out-mechanics me with his laggy hands, so...
Wait, Helix or Hardlux?
Hardlux, sorry.
Hardlux, yeah,
Hardlux.
okay. Because if you're Helixing at 213, then we need to review those numbers on the character sheet for Adele and move them up to like a 14 or something.
That's Hardlux, and I almost beat it.
Honestly, with Adele's kit, once you get like the Figs Lab, you get your like more of your shit in order, you get your boost notes higher. I feel like you could do CZAC pretty quickly. I was derping around with my with which character? With my dual blade? Oh, so many characters. With my dual blade there, and I think I got him like over halfway, just like fucking up without like a super hardcore attempt. And Adele seems very strong. And you have 2 iframes, right? You're immune when you summon your big sword, like all of your swords.
Infinity Blade?
Yeah, I think
yes.
I think at the beginning, and then the other one you have to like time it correctly to
I don't use Dyke.
Yeah, that's
I don't
a
use.
that's a
I
tricky
don't
one.
use it. It's too. It reminds me of Mihail.
Yeah,
I don't like
it's
Mihail.
basically like the Mihail invulnerability,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah. It's on a key. I don't know what key it is. Um, I think it's Tilda. I don't use it.
Because you get tilted when you try to use it.
I don't think I've. I think I've used it right once, and
Okay,
then I
nice.
died afterwards anyway. So
I think it's like me trying to get off my my Iran finisher combo with the tornado thing. It's like sometimes it works, but then I don't really know why or why not. You know.
yeah.
But yeah, definitely can get a way better flame on this. It has flame advantage. It's a high level, so you can easily get like 80 stat or something from a flame here.
Okay.
So definitely sitting on some potential, and then definitely work on the flames of the CRA gear when you get that.
Should I be flaming like that cape?
Yeah, it's gonna stay with you for a while until Absolab. Yeah.
But which would you say I should flame first? Like my backup earrings or the cape?
Well, you no like those backup earrings. If you get those 55 stars, like 55 strength ones, like that's good enough. Um,
Okay.
what you want to be flaming is that's why I say go for the accessories in terms of like the potential, because
Mm-hmm.
most of the accessories are either like have shit, can get shit flames or can't even get flames at all. Like all of the rings, no flame there. Um, and then you'll have the Mechanator pendant, the Gold Clover belt, and then the Eye in the Face. Those can be flamed and have flame advantage. So those would be on the list of flame. But your Condensed Power Crystal is already pretty good. And I would say your Aquatic Leather Eye accessory, not exactly where you want it, but it's like close enough. So the belt can definitely get a lot better with flames. And I don't know what your cup is at.
The cup is pretty bad. It's 48 strength. And that's literally it.
Okay. Well, that's already 48 more than the belt, right? The belt is
Yes.
sitting at nothing. So
Yeah.
between your cape, your belt, and then your cup, and then all your CRA gear, like that's where you want to focus all of your flaming. Oh, and your if you get the Fake Zolap, right? You can want to go for the tier 6 attack, maybe some boss damage on there.
Because I have 8 rebirth flames. I just want to know where I should use them today.
If,
So
yeah, if
probably cape belts and then
yep,
cup.
cape, belt, and then cup probably, yeah. And then
Okay.
well, you have your weapon tomorrow, right?
Yes.
So
Tonight.
tonight, yes. If they can last until then, you probably want to use them on the weapon. Unless your weapon, well, if your weapon comes with like a really nice flame, or you get lucky quickly, then move down the list. Yeah. So it's always
Okay.
good. Weapon is going to be most important because you can get a lot of magic, a lot of weapon attack there, and then whichever one has the greatest potential to increase. But I would say like your belt and your cape are like roughly at the same point. Probably your belt has higher potential to increase because your cape already has some, but like they're negligibly close, right? They just have one line.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's probably your cup, yeah, and then the CRA gear when you get it, and then all the Abzo stuff when you get it. And you want to save up a lot of flames for that because you're gonna have high expectations for those. It's gonna
Okay.
be like 100 stat each. Like you want your CRA gear to get to like, well, considering the money you have, you probably want to get at least like 80, 85 flame score on the CRA stuff, and then like
Okay.
95 to 100 on the Abzo stuff.
And I can't use these temp gears for transfer, can I?
No, I don't. I believe you can't.
Okay. I figured. That's why I've been holding on to like 140 epic pencilier stuff.
Yeah, like 9%. Yeah. But you're gonna see like how much you're gonna be gaining once you do get the actual gear, right? Because like all of their flame scores are pretty bad too.
Yeah, except for the hat.
Where's the hat at? Wait, am I blind? Wait, where's your hat?
Is my hat on there? Should be.
No, it's okay. Everyone always forgets one. I think you forgot the hat.
Did I forget the hat?
I have two shoulders, but no hat.
Wait, I put the shoulder on there too. Oh yeah, because that
Star
shoulder was
Force?
showing the backup shoulder that I have with
Mm,
potential on it. I just haven't switched to.
okay. Yeah, but yeah, so that's the beauty about not like overcommitting with temp gear, so that when you do have perm gear, you can go super hard and then you make a huge jump. That always feels good.
Okay.
Yeah, so once you get that CRA stuff, you want to get it to 15, preferably on the 12th, right? That's when you have
Yep.
30% off. And then You sit on that until a 5, 10, 15 to get the easy 17. Hold on to the weapon. You could like, I guess you could get like 1 or 2 stars on the cape, but like 1 star is pretty free, and it gives you like 18 stat, I think, just for one, which is basically like making it a really good flame. Earrings, switching, star forcing, and then all the things that you have that are capable of going past 15, I would probably get them all to 15 at the next Star Force event on the 12. So that would include like your belt and does the pendant go past 15? I think it does, right? The Mechanator?
I need to go get another one from Arc. I haven't done Arc today, so...
Oh yeah. Yeah, you confuse the ones that you have that are bad, and otherwise the Mechanator pendant would also be in the list, right? For flaming after the cup, I guess. Well, probably after the CRA stuff.
Depending on what I get.
Because it's a bit lower level. It's only 130, so the expectation is also a bit lower. And then you just need to get that badge, but you're already working on that. And then you'll have 2-set bonus. And then just make sure you get everything to, like, the items that are temporary, just make sure they're epic with 6%. At least, or maybe 9, like however, you know, if you get lucky.
I think everything that's temporary is above that now.
Yeah.
Due to me messing around with it.
Yeah, and then focus on tiering up all of your accessories. So the 9 accessories you have, all to either 1 line of mezzo, 1 line or drop, plus 1 line of strength along with it. That way you basically don't lose that much damage compared to now at all, because you'll most likely go up from 6% to 9%. So you get a little bit stronger, but you gain all the utility of the drop rate and the mezzo obtain. You'll end up getting more nodes, way more money when you're training, more chance of drops from bosses, and you'll be making your money back faster. That'll allow you to stockpile cash whenever there are events around, so you can capitalize on them.
Okay.
And then the next step is just like 15 and then up to 17 everything. Make sure that you increase your potential on your CRA stuff. For most people, you know, I advise to keep to unique and master craftsman role, but if you have the amount of money you do, you want to probably go to legendary like pretty quickly anyway, so you just like mass tier those things up. And then you focus on then you start focusing on Abzo and start working towards practicing Lotus and Damien. That's going to be very important, practicing those bosses. Once you have CRA, CVal, and HMAG down, it's like important to at that point you probably also want to do CPAP and CZAC, right, for the items, to have a chance on those.
Yep.
And then it's mainly just practicing Lotus and Damien is going to be after that.
So I have HMAG down, basically.
On this one?
Not on my Adele. I need
Okay.
to focus.
That's on the DS, right?
On my DS and down where I can do HMAG pretty simply.
Does Dawnwarrior have the does Dawnwarrior have some kind of knockback resist?
No.
Okay. Oh, that's good, because neither does this one, right? So it'll be very similar, I think, to the Dawnwarrior, how to do it. But
with this one I can impale Resonance Rush to dodge the spin.
That's true. But you don't have an up jump. Well, you do have an up jump. Both have an up jump.
You do have an up jump too, yeah.
And this one has a built-in bind as well, which is nice to commit your burst.
Yep.
Yeah, as long... I mean, general HMAG is just fight him in the middle of the map. You know, and just let your timer run out so that your buffs come back faster, basically. Just make sure you don't, like... you don't get tilted and just, like, click respawn, click respawn, click respawn.
Keep running in and dying and
that's the best way to make sure to fail the run, yeah. Plummet is super knockback resistance. Plummet, which one is that?
That's the Adele down jump skill.
Really? Oh, that one. Oh, when you're like, oh yeah, like dashing down. That's a super knockback resistance? Oh, that's pretty good. Oh well, you know, learn something new. There you go.
I didn't know that.
So if she's like blue swiping you and he's blue swiping you and you're very close, then jump plummet would help that, I guess. Nice. Yeah, you can use Impenetrable Skin, but I don't think he's going to have the node slots for Impenetrable Skill anytime soon.
I just don't know why you can't double tap down to use the skill.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense if you were able to do that. That's how archers have a down jump, but their down jump actually doesn't help because you have to jump first before you can down jump. So if instead of jumping and then down jumping, you just walk off a platform, you're still on the ground at the same time. Because you get like a small boost, like a small acceleration downwards when you use it, but it doesn't really make you fall very much faster. So it doesn't really help. It's really just aesthetic.
Just Maple Story things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so hopefully you get lucky and maybe you get some double drop mezzo lines with your accessories. Then you'll have some more. Then you'll basically end up with more drop rate. And then that way you can compensate for the drop rate lost on your inner ability because you're going to focus on getting the crit rate there. And then if you do have some points left, I'll probably wait until we get the next 6-week cycle announcement to see which Sunny Sundays are coming. And then hopefully there's a 50% off, and then you can try to go for some cooldown skip on a top line.
But for now, I should just like go hard with the circulators.
Yeah, try to get that crit rate, yeah. Especially because you have the money and because there doesn't seem to be any circulator sale coming back at all.
Okay.
I haven't heard any news on any of those for a long time, so...
I mean, that's what we said about DMT, and then, surprise.
But yeah, we got a cucked one, so... It's not even a full DMT, it's like a half DMT kind of. Honestly though, like for new people, like people under Adele, and there's a lot of people who probably only have like 2 to 3 builds to their name anyway, or maybe not even that. So it doesn't feel like a bad event for them because they can just dump all their money into it and get way more efficiency out of it. It's more for people who have been saving up past the last one and have been saving up since December and are like, oh, now you can use 2.3 bill of your money, guys, and it's like, okay, but I have like 40 or 50 or 50 or 60, or 300, and then it's like, well, yeah, limited use. Okay. Also, why do you keep picking paper? You're fucking with my brain.
What do you mean? This is,
Because you
got in my head that one day.
I did, right?
It messed me up.
Did I just do 5 scissors? I did 5 scissors in a row, right?
5 scissors in a row. And I couldn't anymore.
And then like the 6th one, I had to do it. I knew it was gonna fail, but I had to do it.
I went for the switch. I had to do something. I had to break the loop. It was too much.
Because if you were like, he's definitely not gonna do it again. If it worked, it would have been so hyped for the stream. I had to go for the memes, but yeah, it was.
I had a reputation to keep up in the chat. I was getting clowned on. People were laughing at me. It was too much.
You were running out of characters to walk to me as well. So.
6 of my characters are just sitting at -1 fame from that one day.
Oh yeah. If anyone asks you, is like, wait, why do you have negative fame? You could be like, oh, I played rock paper scissors against Scardor, and he's just he crushed me. That's how you get negative fame, guys. If you ever see anyone with negative fame, don't make negative assumptions. Okay, maybe they're just bad at rock paper scissors.
It's really bad. They got infiltrated on by a Dutchman.
Just keep on scissoring. Okay, is there anything you're still wondering about for now?
No, I have a notepad with a plan.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good enough for me.
Okay. Then I wish you the best of luck, and tough it out with the Legion. It can be annoying for sure, but there is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow for sure.
I mean, yeah, when I see you make a new character and you're in like 25k with an auto attack, that's the pot of gold that I'm chasing after.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is there. Yeah, but it does take some work to put in for sure.
It's really nice to see though, like what the end goal is, like where all of this mindless alt grinding is taking me.
Exactly. Yeah, and and possibly beyond because you're on an Adele, right?
Just job change your arc to an Adele.
They're both Nova. Why can't I do it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it'd be a male Adele though. Oof. Wait, you're not a male Adele, are you? No, okay.
Not a male Adele. I don't think I have a male character that's not Mihail or Evan.
Male Evan. Oh, following the lore over the. Yeah, it seemed like female characters. Yeah. Is the Buccaneer? Looks ambiguous, but I think it's female. Yeah.
I'll let you decide which one that is.
Ooh. Thin ice. Okay. All right. So we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Sorry for letting you wait, and thank you for your patience.
Yeah, no problem.
And Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the support, and best of luck.
Thank you so much.
And I'll see you in chat, man.
See you, chat.
All right, peace.